Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the NFT Friends podcast here with Selvey. What's up, Selvey?
How's it going, guys? What's up, Fig?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Good, good, doing
Good,
good.
good, good. I
Yeah.
heard, I heard you good. So today we're gonna be talking about some things that have been going on with Selvey in the market. He did some decisions that are wild. And we're also gonna touch on scams or was it rug pulls? We're gonna
hmm
explain more on that once we get to it. So let's just start off right away. Selby left Board Ape Yacht Club. He left it. He decided to sell his ape, and why did you do that, man? Or just tell us the story. What happened, man?
So I wouldn't say like left, right? Because you can always be part of a community. The community of Bored Ape welcomes everybody. You can always help that community grow. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously, I still know people from there. I started off there, and I would still consider myself part of the community.
Okay.
So what happened is I took a big risk. I took a big risk. There was this project which I think we talked about last podcast, which was Anonymice.
Yeah, we did. We touched it.
So I was offered a trade of 15 Anonymice with different rarities.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, man? I just had a gut feeling. The research that I did in the project, everything was checking out.
Okay.
So I just took a gamble. And I at the time, I basically priced my ape somewhere around 360 to $400,000,
Uh huh.
and I sold it for $380,000 worth of mice at the time.
Okay.
So I basically traded it for those mice, and I took a gamble. I mean, the project for mice is not even a month old, so bored apes are basically already established almost as blue chips. They're looked at through the community's eyes. I mean, it's one of the bigger projects that people want to get into, so it's definitely a safer bet. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
I just had this gut feeling, the same gut feeling that I had with Bored Ape, that this mice Anonymice project was something special. So yeah, I pulled the trigger and decided to trade my ape for those 15 mice. I already had five other mice, so right now I have 20 anonymice in total.
Okay. Cool. 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 Damn, man. Pretty nice. So, for those who didn't get to watch last episode, Anonymice, what they do is they're basically NFTs, but they also give you a passive income. So this man's making money on top of the value of it. On top of that, he's getting these. They're called tokens, right? Or what they called again?
Yeah, the tokens that they provide,
Yeah.
which they're supposed to have a utility in a week or two to provide babies for breeding.
Oh, whoa.
But yeah, I did that decision a couple days ago, I would say,
Yeah.
maybe 4 or 5 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I did that trade and it paid off enormously.
It's paying
I
off.
mean, well, the floor price for Anonymize skyrocketed. So
Oh,
what was worth maybe 110, 120 Ethereum worth of mice at the time
yeah.
is now worth somewhere close to, I would say, 300 Ethereum. That's
That's
besides the mice that I have, because I also got mice of different rarities.
that's crazy.
So yeah, I mean, I almost tripled my money. I hit that kind of $1 million mark of what everything
Oh,
is
what?
worth.
Salvy's a millionaire, dude. Damn.
And just not that, but the amount of yield they provide at the moment is, I think, around $100 per
Uh huh.
day if I were to sell a utility token instead of just sitting on it for breeding.
Yeah.
And if I have 20 of those, so that's $2,000 a day. In a year, there's 365 days. I believe that's $730,000 a year. I mean, that's an insane amount of money that you're making just on passive income,
That's crazy, bro.
just for holding the mice. and I still feel like the mice are very undervalued. So these things can definitely double,
You think they're
triple,
still gonna
quadruple in
spike?
price.
You're still gonna.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's. Well, congratulations. First of all, that's amazing, bro. Happy for you. Well, yeah, man, that's crazy. So, you took the gamble, and it's paying off. That's what I'm hearing from you, which
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I would consider it a very ballsy trade at the time because for you to trade such a expensive ape, because mine was not a floor one,
Uh huh.
it was a pizza ape and it had two characteristics, which was sailor. It was a
Mm,
matching trait, and that was like a 40 ETH premium on top of that. So it was worth a pretty amount of money, in my opinion.
yeah. Damn.
And this project was a couple, like I said, a couple weeks old, if that. And yeah, but I don't know what what made me do it. Maybe it was just the research, seeing the right people get into the project, um, how it started, where there's the developers didn't charge anything to mint these mice.
That's
They
crazy.
they charge zero royalties, um, as far as like secondary sales. And yeah, right now, I mean, the breeding mechanics that they announced for they seem like they're gonna be great. They're starting to make a market just for Anonymize, something similar to CryptoPunks.
Mm-hmm.
And in that marketplace, we can also avoid the OpenSea royalty fee that they charge, which is 2.5%. So I mean, the developers are working nonstop on this project, and I don't know. I just have good faith that this is gonna go very far.
So it's gonna. So not this is not the end of the boom that you're saying. It's gonna boom even bigger.
Oh no, man. I
That's
mean, this project
crazy.
is not even a month old. I would say,
Which
I
is
think it's the
crazy.
first DeFi NFT project that's all on chain.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like cybercons have that. Not, I'm not sure if it's called DeFi mechanics just because you don't have to stake them and it's not all on chain. I believe they have to interact with a website, I believe,
Okay.
um, or a third party. But these are all on chain. Nobody can really touch that. The government, the SEC cannot just come in and say like, "Oh, you got to stop what you guys are doing because this is all on chain and it's frozen." Like nobody,
Okay.
not even the developers, can like make you stop producing that token anymore. So I mean, it's
Damn.
very interesting, and I think this is also going to be a historical project because as the first all on-chain DeFi NFT project, so and I
Mm-hmm.
believe that also gives a historical value on top of what it makes you passively as yield.
Damn, man. That's crazy, bro. You got in like the perfect time. Well, one of the best times. Cause honestly, imagine if you would have got in there with the free ones. And you over here booming, bro. That's crazy. Congratulations to those people, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, for the people that I think the person that I traded, I'm not sure if he bought him, but if he got him for free, I mean, a couple weeks making $300,000, that's not bad, you know?
Yeah,
And so, yeah, and that was also a worry. I mean, like, man, these things were minted for free, and I'm paying over here $300,000, no, like 300, almost $400,000 later, you know? A couple
yeah,
weeks later, like, am I crazy? What the fuck is wrong with me? Like, the board apes have been proven. They've been uh, steadily climbing for the last couple of months. We've been
yeah,
through hurdles. We've passed the test of times, I would say, in the NFT world, just because a couple of days is like months in the NFT world. So
yeah,
I think the board apes are definitely proven. It's one of the greatest communities. I plan to actually go back to it. I'll probably buy an ape in the future, just because, man, I mean, that's where it started off for me, where
yeah,
all the opportunities came. I always be thankful for the community, the people, and I'm still like, and sometimes I chat on general chat for the board apes, even though I don't have any. I mean, the community is
yeah.
not like
You left them.
pretentious or anything. They always welcome you, man. But
Yeah, I'm joking. Well, yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll go back. Plus the Board Ape Club, dude, the Yacht Club. I feel like that's the most established one that I know of for now. Like
yeah, so I mean,
that's
you have
it's really it's not
CryptoPunk.
it's a less risky one you can get into, in my opinion.
Yeah, I say that the CryptoPunks and the Bored Apes are like the less, in my opinion, where you can have the best risk mitigation just
Yeah,
because they're just, I mean, the CryptoPunks have been here for years now. They're the first Avatar
true.
project. I believe those are always going to have some sort of value. The Bored Apes have kind of proven the concept of having a roadmap and then executing on it, which
Mm-hmm.
is very important. Um, and that's why they're gonna have value. I mean, they just added on top of what CryptoPunks had, and they created value for um their holders, and they're gonna continue to do so. I mean, Roadmap 2, shout out to the apes, man. You guys are in for a ride
Yeah, that's cool, man. Shout out to them. Yeah, man.
for
So
sure.
now we're talking about the highs where you went good, but today I saw something on Twitter where this project got the person behind it just shut down, deleted everything, like they deleted the social media, deleted the project, like left everything and took $2.7 million, which I think that's crazy. And then I told you about it, and you were like, "That happens a lot," which is crazy, man, to me. Uh, so do these really happen that often, man?
Of course, in this world, obviously, where there's a lot of money coming in, there's a lot of money. I mean, there's a lot of people that are gonna try to take that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scammers always follow the money, and unfortunately, there's a lot of money in NFTs right now. And
Damn.
there's a lot of what I would call like this craze of like people don't do their diligent research on projects. I'm not saying that's a guarantee because it's
Yeah.
not, but if you don't do your research on projects and you don't know who the developers are, and that's not to say that they can be anonymous because I know, for example, the apes, the developers are anonymous, but they have a proven track record of just executing on what they said, you know?
Okay.
So there is a factor of almost like faith on having on the developers, but also you got to look at the project. If it looks like, oh, it looks low effort, like somebody, it just looks like a copy of this project. Right now, everybody's coming out with their project. Everybody's coming out with roadmaps. They can promise you whatever in their roadmap. They can say, we're going to be the fucking next Disneyland. We're going to be the next Marvel. We're going to be the best TV show with these NFTs. Like, bullshit, dude. You know?
Yeah.
Very seldom does that happen. It's below like 1%. So don't always keep in mind that projects that overpromise, that's a red flag.
Okay.
Projects with anonymous founders, that's a red flag. Um, Projects that are low effort, look like copycats. I mean, you,
Okay.
it's hard, man. I mean, I can't blame people because this space takes a lot of education and informing yourself to make the correct decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you do all your research, it can happen, you know.
It could still happen
Technically, I
for
mean,
sure.
the apes, even themselves, the developers can just say like, all right, fuck it, I don't want to develop this project anymore. I raised enough money, and we can just, you know, technically it can happen.
It could just
But obviously, I know
disappear.
that's not. Yeah, I have really good faith that's not going to happen. Obviously, for that project, but it's a risk that we all take. Same for me and Anonymice. The developers can go on a hiatus, even though they obviously it's hard for me to believe that because they haven't gotten paid, right?
Yeah.
So so it doesn't that gives me the also the confidence. Well, this isn't a rug pull because they didn't get paid at all. They
Are they
hold
gonna?
like I think they hold you correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, but I think they hold somewhere around 80 mice, if not more or less. Uh and that's how they create value. So in order for them to get kind of paid, they have to create
Mm.
value for the mice and demand. And so they're incentivized to work on the project, uh,
So
make it
they're
succeed, and that's a very good
so then themselves are investing into the project more than other projects because
exactly, exactly.
they're going in for the big reward. They're not going in with like the little money they got because that's how you said they started by giving them out, and now you're telling me that they have no money on those returns anyways, and then now they're holding on to try to get value with their mice. So it's
So
just
they're
like a
putting in
chain.
hard work. It's the same thing I believe that CryptoPunks did. You know,
Yeah.
those were free to mint,
Oh, I didn't know that
and the
either.
only way the developers were able to get paid or are able to get paid is by providing value
Mm,
to
to the asset. Yeah.
to the actual asset exactly. So I think
Okay.
that's a very underlooked because nobody does that anymore. You know, everybody wants to get paid out front and then pay me first and I'll do something for you, right?
Yeah.
Or there's those rug pulls and scams that say pay me first and can't believe you fucking believe me, sayonara. You know?
Mm,
And
that's,
so I would say more projects should adopt this because it's like, all right, that lets you the community know that are investing like, hey, I believe in this project. Why I believe in me.
mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna create value for this project, and then that's the only way I can get paid is if I create value for the community, the holders.
Yeah.
That's the only way I get paid. We all succeed basically.
Yeah. We all going with
So
the risk, and
yeah,
basically
everybody
everybody's
goes with
going
the
for
risk.
the high reward
Yeah, it's very easy to get paid out 800 Ethereum on a starting project.
and just dip.
Um, yeah, like oh shit, like it didn't work out or fuck it, you know what? But I still have my 800 Ethereum, you know,
Yeah.
my couple million of dollars. So like, I mean, yeah, people need to be wary of the NFT space.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are here to help answer questions. Like I said, this space is very community driven.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small space. A lot of people know each other. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Say like, hey, what do you guys feel about this new project? And
Yeah.
a lot of people will give you their honest opinions, you know?
Yeah, and
This
then
isn't like, oh, I'm gonna make you feel good, like, oh yeah, that project, yeah, that can go to the moon. And they're gonna be honest most of the time. They're gonna be like, you know what, brother, I don't want you spending money on this. I saw a little couple red flags here. I
mm-hmm.
think there's other projects that you can get into, and then those sort of leads you to a better decision.
True, true. Like we said before, our Twitters are in down in the description box. Any questions you guys can tweet us out or DM us. We'll help you out where we can. We're here to inform. Like I forgot to say in the beginning, we are not financial advisors. I'll make sure to put in the edit. Um, we're just giving our side and our opinions on NFTs
Yeah,
and cryptocurrency sometimes too. Um,
no,
go ahead.
yeah, nobody has the answer to all this, right? Nobody's right 100% of the time in
Mm-hmm.
this space. Um, we everybody has an opinion and we're just trying to give like even if I don't know an answer, dude, the thing that I like is if I don't know the answer, I know somebody I can ask that might, you know?
Yeah.
So we're all here to learn. We're we're not experts, like my friend Fake here said.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it is all opinion, but opinions with good intentions, obviously, right?
Yeah.
We want the best for this space. We don't want people to get burned. We want to grow this community. It's like they all say in the community, uh, we're gonna make it, right? We're all gonna make it. So that's what we
Facts.
want. You know, we know that all projects are not winners, but hey, you know, maybe you didn't do so well in that project, but let's go ahead and get you into another and see if we can create something out of this.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's all I can say.
That's what we're trying to do. That's what most of the community in the NFT space is. It's like that. They're just trying to help each other out because they know as long as the community is healthy, everybody's winning. That's literally what we're going for.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course we want that.
yeah. So I'm gonna touch a little bit more on this rug pull. Rug pull is go ahead and define rug pull for us, Selby.
Well, it's basically people promising you something, you pay them, and they pull the rug under you. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like They just basically take your monies and just disappear.
Yeah,
They
it's
just it's
basically
just
they're
basically
scamming you. It's bit
yeah, they're scamming
that's
you.
it. They're scamming you.
They make a project, they overpromise with a roadmap, they have everything on the
Yeah,
website. You're like, oh man, that's crazy. They're gonna make a game. Oh, that's crazy. They're gonna make a TV show.
yeah.
And they do all this with no intention of executing any of that, you know?
They're
Once the
just
whole project is sold, they're like, they got their Ethereum. Um, the crypto world is anonymous. You can't really, it's very hard to track somebody. And especially if they're out of states, like, good luck, you know? There is no consequence
because none of this is
for that.
regulated, which is
Yeah, none of this is
yeah.
regulated. This
So
is
they
this is
literally, this is why we say this is a big risk, dude. Whatever you put in, like you could honestly, it's a gamble. Like you're not guaranteed to get any of it back.
yeah,
So yeah,
it's at the moment I still call it speculative
mm,
gambling.
speculated. It's a speculated market. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's all speculation.
Yeah. All right. So
And
I'm gonna go.
so,
I'm gonna go. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, no, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into this project. I have a little bit of information about it. So it was called Evolved Apes. It was an NFT project, of course. The investors were left dry by the developer known as Evil Ape. He left with like 2.7 million in funds. Um, he promised them that they were gonna. Here we go with the overpromising. He said that they were gonna be characters using like in a fighting game that
Hmm.
fight for Ethereum. So they were gonna fight each other for Ethereum. So that was the big catch on this one.
The concept, right?
Yeah, the concept. So what are your
Yeah, I
opinions
mean,
about this, man?
my opinions is like you gotta be careful, man. I mean, me looking at the project, this concept isn't new. It's not innovative. This
Mm-hmm.
concept has already come out, where there's a
Okay.
gamification to it, where you can kind of, it's kind of like a form of gambling and betting. It's like, okay, your asset versus this asset, and whoever wins Ethereum or a token or even sometimes the other person's asset.
Yeah.
So it's not creative. When what when people are not creative or
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to bring anything new to the space, also keep in mind that they might not be passionate. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Somebody that's passionate says will probably be like, all right, man, I'm very inspired by Bored Ape. But let me bring my own spin into things. Let me pour my soul. Let me show them up even that, you know, it brings up
Yeah.
healthy competition where like let me bring something to the table that nobody has brought before. This
Okay.
this concept has been done multiple times.
Okay.
Um, I don't necessarily know too much about the project,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, unfortunately, man, this is something that can happen to anybody. It can happen to me. Um, and we just gotta keep that in mind. That's why I always advise don't put money that you can't afford to lose. Same
Mm-hmm.
with me. Yeah, like maybe those mice are worth a little bit over $1 million now. But if I lose that, I know I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
As harsh as that sounds, you know,
That's how
I
it
know
is.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be okay, dude. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be fine, dude.
You'll find a way out
Life
of it.
life goes on. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna lose a house. I'm not gonna lose my car. I don't have any kids. Like, I'm gonna be
There's
fine.
only tears are lost that day.
Yeah, yeah, only tears.
Only
Exactly. I
tears,
mean,
dude.
but it's
Uh.
just, I mean, it's just paper, man. I mean, the
Yeah.
it's just paper. Don't. It's nothing significant. Don't be scared. Like if you guys lose money, man, just know that your life isn't over. Um, it's just paper. It's material things.
Yeah.
What matters is your health and family, and that's what you should always also keep in
Yeah.
mind.
And friends.
Because
Don't
yeah,
forget
you
friends.
the money can come and it can just go. You know, just how I
Yeah.
made $1 million, I can lose it tomorrow.
Yeah. It literally, like you said, is not guaranteed. It's either they could drop or the developer could disappear somehow. We don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
anything. Like,
We don't know
yeah, it's
anything.
crazy.
We all just bank on our own projects, NFTs. We're
Yeah.
getting into a very new space where it's not regulated. And so that's the risk that comes with it, with innovation.
Yeah.
It's you're putting a bet on something. The people that bet on Amazon, they were bringing something new to the table.
Mm-hmm.
People were saying, "What do you mean you're gonna deliver books?"
Yeah.
You know,
And
people
look
want to
at
go
them
to the
now.
library. They like to touch the books. They like to read the back cover.
The
That
same
makes
with
no
TV
sense.
streaming, dude. Like all the
Yeah.
movies that come out on like Netflix and Disney Plus and Hulu. Like there's a whole bunch of them now. Like it's so much easier to consume media now too. Like it was back then. Remember back then it was all about the theater experience. At least when I was growing
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
And now you don't
innovation
even have
is
to leave your house to watch these movies. Like everything. Like that's where you were going with the book. Sorry, I kind of went off topic, but that's what's
no, no,
going
no.
on.
You're
Yeah.
100% correct. I mean, that's innovation, dude. Like people
Yeah.
people have to gamble on that because it's not adopted yet, right? The people
Yeah.
that invested in Amazon, they have to see a vision of like, all right, this is what it is now, but what is it what it can become?
And look
What
what it
is it that,
became.
man, people, because of commodity,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they will start like ordering books, you know? We're
Yeah.
selling commodities in Amazon.
Yeah.
And then they expanded into selling a multitude
Everything.
of things. Now they sell everything, right?
Everything,
Now they're
bro.
even getting into space like but that's vision, dude. That's like you same with Uber. It's like how are people are gonna invest in Uber if the taxi is already there, it's already basically established. How are you gonna
Yeah.
um
How you
how are you
gonna?
gonna compete in that industry with somebody that's already established? Guess what? Nobody's
They
fucking
brought
taking
innovation.
taxis. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
innovation, dude.
They
It's
made it
somebody
so
that comes
much
up with a
easier.
better idea to fix an issue and you know what? It just pays off. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's but it's a gamble. It's a
100%.
gamble. It's not an investment. It's not an investment. Why would I not consider it an investment when it hasn't been proven? Is because there's no track record that you can see where this is gonna work and I'm gonna get a return of investment.
Okay. Yeah.
You know? It's not like an established uh business where like McDonald comes to you and says, you know what, we've been selling burgers and fries and this franchising has been working for years. We have a proven
Yeah.
record of sales. This is how much we make. That's an investment because now you know like okay, if I invest a certain amount in this company, this is what I can expect to get back.
Yeah.
But when you invest in innovation and something that's not proven, that's a little bit more of a gamble.
It's
You can
usually
say
the.
it's an investment, but it's more of a gamble.
It's high risk, high
High
reward.
risk, high reward. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the way I look at this space.
Yeah.
And the time is now if you want
Yeah.
to get into it.
Because there
Because in a
is.
couple of years it's gonna be flooded.
Yeah. I feel like it's already gonna get there soon, dude. It's like if it keeps how it's going and booming, just gonna get bigger and bigger, and it's gonna be saturated eventually. With the there's either two ways you could take this. You could either start in NFTs, in my opinion, or you could either start also with stocks or cryptocurrency, where you're allowed to start lower. And there's also a lot of companies that come with uh, low risk, low reward to start off. I think that's
Yeah.
also a big part that you could be in. I know we usually talk just about NFTs, but I feel like if you don't have that much money, you could start off with investing in stocks and cryptocurrency. There's a lot, and there's a lot of safe ones. Like he said, McDonald's is like, I would say that's a decent one if you're starting off. All the safe ones are usually there
Yeah,
in
Apple, your
Apple.
McDonald's, your I mean, you don't even have to pick.
Yeah,
They that you can just invest in
and there's
SP
also like the
of
group ones, right?
500 and yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's basically the most uh valuable companies with a proven track record, and
mm,
you're basically invested in all of that. So, I mean,
yeah. That's a
I
whole
mean,
other
yeah,
market, yeah. And also, it's just you gotta keep up to like it's the same with NFTs. You just gotta keep up with the information and the stuff because you have to know when to invest. Am I like if you want to get the most of the reward, you have to know when to invest. Like for example, when Dogecoin happened or with GameStop happened, now the Anonymice, right? That's what they're called.
but
You
no, no,
have
I
to go
wouldn't
into a time.
don't like that. Dogecoin
Oh, Dogecoin was too much, but I mean,
and
if you know when to
GameStop. Those are
invest,
memes. Those are
those were
community
meme stocks,
driven.
I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately, with that, yes, you can make a lot of money, but guess what? The people at the top are left
Yeah,
holding a bag.
they always are. Most
Yeah,
of the time
it's
they will. Yeah.
so be very careful of that because I mean, you could be the one holding the
So,
bag
yeah, it's
at
true.
the end.
It's true. You have to be. That's right, but you have to like. It's like once you make your you have to get take like you have to. What's the word I'm looking for here? You have to do your research about all this. Like I made money off Dogecoin, but I had kind of like had to be careful, and I didn't go for the high reward. You know when it hit the 60 cents. So I'm not saying that it's all like I understand what you're saying, but it's also like you have to learn and you have to go in like you said, knowing that you might lose. So that's a
Yeah,
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 hundred
especially with
percent.
crypto. Like
Yeah,
your money's probably going to be safer in stocks.
and stocks is
But
the
in crypto,
safest,
if
one
you
hundred
want
percent.
safer bets,
Yeah,
pick up projects like Ethereum, obviously, because
here we go.
there's a lot of use case. We use Ethereum for transactions to buy
Mm,
NFTs.
yeah,
Um, Maybe Solana because they're starting their own ecosystem. Even though I think Ethereum is a safer bet. If you want to get into DeFi and staking, pick up
yeah,
Avid, pick up Maker, pick up I think there's another coin. Well, there's a couple of DeFi coins,
yeah.
but yeah, the pick those big safer bets because those what I call them just shit coins are just such a big gamble. I
Mm.
probably wouldn't be able to make money on altcoins on shit coins like that.
No, you.
You know, I would
I feel
probably
like
lose
it's
more
already too
than
late. Yeah,
exactly like so.
too late to go to those for sure.
Yeah, it's better to hold Ethereum and say like, all right, yeah, like I paid 3,500 right now, you know, for it,
Yeah,
and it dipped to 2,800. Fuck, I'm caught with a bag. But don't look at it that way. Look at it like, you know what? I believe in Ethereum and what they're gonna provide and what people are actually using, the utility case for Ethereum right now. I can believe that this coin is gonna go 10, 20,000, $30,000 in a couple
mm,
of years. And now that $3,000 can turn into a lot of money, you know?
yeah. True, true. Look at I want to say like look at the growth of Bitcoin, dude. Like that's already. I
Oh,
feel like it's a.
Bitcoin.
You could go into it still, but it's like those prices are high already.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, a lot of people are priced out. You can actually, I mean, actually, well, yeah, you can actually just buy like fractional
oh
amounts
yeah,
of
you buy
Bitcoin, or
fractional. I have fractional
but
for Bitcoin.
yeah, even Bitcoin has a lot. I mean, a lot of
Yeah,
people are
Bitcoin's
banking that in 10 years, Bitcoin might be over 500 to $1 million, you know,
yeah, and
because
which is
there's only a certain amount of Bitcoin.
yeah, it's,
Once this mining eco-friendly, once people find that out, then I believe a lot of big businesses are going to start um,
using them.
using it. Yeah, I can buy a
Well,
Lamborghini with Bitcoin,
there's
you know?
already yeah, there's already like countries making them their main currency. I believe a
Yeah,
country down in
El
the
Salvador, I
Caribbean,
think, yeah,
Salvador,
Salvador.
which is crazy. Which is that's I think it's awesome because they're already ahead of the curve. I think that's where it's going, and we're gonna see what countries adopt what, which is gonna be cool. Um,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Or just to give it as an option. They don't have to make it their main
Well, yeah,
currency. I would say like El
yeah,
Salvador, you know?
yeah, but
Imagine those people over there that don't really, I wouldn't say they're attached to technology. I mean, how much hard
yeah,
it must be hard for them, you know, because even over here, it's kind of hard to understand Bitcoin and
yeah.
its
It's
use cases. Plus, people don't really use it as a transactional uh coin. Now it's
no
more looked at as
a trade.
a store of
Yeah,
value,
yeah,
like the internet, basically gold internet. Yeah.
yeah. That's what it's looking like. We'll see how all that goes, man. Anything else you want to
Yeah.
talk about, bro?
Uh, no, it's just that. I mean, be careful out there, guys. We're obviously there's a lot of things that are happening in the NFT world. If you
Yeah,
guys have anything, any projects or any topics you guys want us to talk about or at least touch on,
yeah,
you can always ask that, you know. I know
yeah.
we're not big, but hey, we're always here to help and try to give our input. If we can help you guys out in anything, then we're here.
Yeah, you guys could give us a question, a comment, even criticize us. You guys suck because of this and that.
Yeah, fucking
We would like
some.
to improve as well. So, let us know anything you guys want to say. Also, if you guys have a project in mind, you guys are iffy about anything, remember, you guys can hit us up on Twitter or you guys could give us information and we could talk about it on the next podcast too, where we go into more detail about this project and then we give our honest opinion about it. Well, that's gonna be it for it this week, guys. I know the episode's coming out late. We usually try to get it out the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. We were busy this weekend, so we're taking out this episode midweek. We apologize about that, but we'll go ahead and see you guys next Saturday. See ya later, Selvey.
Later. Stay cars.